Meet our free U.S. tax preparation course brought to you by the Borderless Accountant. We are inviting you to join our community. Live training, reputable tax firms as resource speakers, recorded, replayable at higit sa lahat, libre. To join, like and follow our official Facebook page, join our Facebook group for important updates, and fill out our Google form to be included in our mailing list. See you there!
I live here in Quezon City, but I am originally from Cebu. So wala pa akong experience as virtual assistant. Sa ngayon po ay nag-aalaga po ako ng anak ko po na may autism. So I don't have also knowledge sa tax preparation. So please bear with me and feel free to correct me if I'm mistaken. So today I'll show you how to enter medical expenses in ProConnect tax software. So the medical expenses are included as part of itemized deductions or Schedule A. So what is itemized deductions? Itemized deductions are specific expenses that taxpayers can subtract from their adjusted gross income to reduce their taxable income. So there are two types of deductions, the standard deductions and the itemized deductions. So the standard deductions, the IRS set a specific amount that taxpayers can subtract from their adjusted gross income, which reduces the amount of income subject to tax. The amounts for the standard deduction are adjusted annually by IRS and vary based on filing status. For example, if the single filer, the standard deduction is as of this year is 15,000, and the head of household is 22,500, and the married filing jointly and qualifying surviving spouse is 30,000. Next, the most taxpayers choose the standard deduction, especially if their total eligible expenses for itemizing are less than these amounts. Itemized deductions. Itemized deductions are some taxpayers choose to itemize their deductions if their allowable itemized deductions are the total is greater than their standard deductions. For example po, if their itemized deduction is 16,000, so the taxpayers is he or she choose itemized deduction to reduce the amount of income subject to tax. The next, other taxpayer must itemize deductions because they aren't entitled to use the standard deductions. Taxpayers who must itemize deductions. A married individual filing separately, whose spouse itemizes deductions. An individual who was a non-resident alien or dual status alien during the year. Some exceptions apply. An individual who files a return for a period of less than 12 months due to a change in his or her annual accounting period. An estate, trust, common trust fund, or partnership. So the taxpayers must choose one method. Either, slide 2 pa. So, wait lang. This one pa, sorry. So there are two main, so itemized deductions are consist of several categories: the medical and dental expenses, taxes you paid, interest you paid, gifts to charity, casualty and theft losses, other itemized deductions. But so the topic that I will be discussing is all about medical and dental expenses. So What is medical and dental expenses? Medical and dental expenses are costs of diagnosing, treating, or preventing illness or medical conditions. They include payments to medical professionals, the cost of equipment and supplies, insurance, premiums, and transportation for medical care. These expenses must primarily address a specific physical or mental condition, not general health. So, how to compute dental expenses deducted after from AGI, or it's below the line deduction. Tama po ba, Sir Chris?
Yes.
Next po, only unreimbursed or out-of-pocket expenses exceeding 7.5% of adjusted gross income are deductible. For this one po, for example po is yung AGI niya is 100,000. So tapos yung 7.5% niya is 7,500. So dapat po mag-exceed siya ng 7,500 or let's say 8,000 para maging deductible yung medical expenses niya. Pag hindi siya pag less than 7,500, yung medical expenses niya po hindi siya deductible because the first 7.5% of the AGI spent on medical expenses isn't deductible. Next, any cost covered by insurance cannot be claimed. The taxpayer cannot be claimed a tax deduction for any portion of medical expenses that is paid back to the taxpayer by the insurance or covered directly by your insurance provider. Only the amounts paid out of the pocket that aren't reimbursed are deductible. So, and take note po, it's important to keep the documentation of both payments and reimbursement in case of an IRS review. So, to be eligible for medical expenses deductions, medical expense must be paid within the taxable year and must be for the taxpayer, their spouse, or a dependent. Then, to qualify as a dependent, an individual must be U.S. citizen or resident and meet the IRS guidelines as either a qualifying child or qualifying relative. The individual cannot be claimed by more than one taxpayer and must meet specific criteria regarding their relationship to the taxpayer, along with requirements related to age, residency, income, and financial support. Also, the taxpayer must provide more than 50% of the dependent's total support, which may include expenses such as food, housing, clothing, education, medical care, and other essential needs. Next. The medical expenses charged on a credit card are deductible in the year the medical expenses were incurred, not when the credit card bill is paid. The expense must primarily address or prevent a physical or mental illness or disability. It cannot be reimbursed by insurance or other sources, even if the medical service was received in a previous year.
Mama, pwede ko yan, no?
Which medical expenses are deductible? So, actually, madami pa po to sa website po ng IRS. So, you can search.
Minerva, just one second.
Yes po.
You're doing really great job there. Let me just make it a point to emphasize it to everyone na you may want to really follow what Minerva is presenting because this is really good. Marami kasing taxpayers yung nagtatanong about medical expenses. Right? Ano yung deductibility, paano naging deductible, ano yung mga qualification for their medical expenses to be deductible. So this is a really good material for you to learn para you know how to answer the question ng taxpayer. Okay? Go ahead, Minerves.
Which medical expenses are deductible? Physical therapy and rehabilitation rehabilitation expenses, eye exam, glasses, and contact lenses, hearing aids and batteries, guide dogs and service animals, including their training and care, psychiatric and psychological treatments, smoking cessation programs, certain fertility treatments, professional services such as doctor, dentist, psychologist, and many more. Prescription medications, health insurance premiums, excluding premiums paid through pre-tax contributions, long-term care services and premiums, medical equipment and supplies, home modification for medical purposes, hospital and nursing home expenses. This one. The capital expenditure is same po siya sa home modification po. So, a physician must determine the medical necessity and the patient should be primary user. The cost incurred must also be reasonable. For example, a dependent, parang may need po niyang ng elevators kasi po hindi po siya makakalakad. So, hindi siya makakaakyat sa stair. So, nag-request yung physician niya na maglagay sila ng elevators. So, it's also deductible po. Dust elimination system and vans especially designed for wheelchair-bound individuals. Both permanent improvements under associated operating and maintenance costs may be eligible as medical expenses. So deducted in the year they are incurred, no depreciation. What's next? Tuition expenses. Tuition expenses for a dependent attending a special school for individuals with mental or physical disabilities may be deductible as medical expenses. To qualify, the primary reason for choosing the school must be its specialized resources for addressing the individual's impairments. In such case, both the tuition and the cost for meals and lodging can be claimed as deductible expense. Next, what's next? This one also po. Lodging while away from home for medical care. I wait. If the following conditions are satisfied, the lodging is primary for necessarily medical care provided by a licensed physician in a hospital or similar facility. Next, reasonable and not extravagant, and the travel does not involve significant personal pleasure. Lodging expenses are limited to 50 per night per person. This deduction applies not only to the patient, but also to any accompanying individual who must travel with the patient. Meal expenses are not, wait a second po, wait lang.
Mommy duties. Right. So again, make sure na nito ha. Give good attention to what Minerves is presenting. Kasi maraming mga taxpayers ang hindi alam to, right? And it is almost, maraming cases na bring up to sa conversation. Right, go ahead, Minerves.
Saan ba ko? This deduction applies not only to the patient but also to any, saan ba ko? Wait lang.
Yeah. I think you've covered that
Accompanying
already.
individuals who must travel with the patient. Next, meal expenses are not deductible unless they are directly related to medical care and provided at medical facility. Next is the transportation. Fares for bus, taxi, train, or plane travels, charges for ambulance services, out of the pocket cost for using a personal vehicle. The taxpayers can utilize a mileage allowance, 21 cents per mile. Deductible transportation expenses include parking fees, tolls, and costs for accompanying individuals like family members or nurse. So, next, however, the cost of meals during the travel for medical care purpose is not deductible. Next is medical insurance premium. Medical insurance premiums are under a group plan or an individual plan, including other medical expenses. If an employer pays all or part of the taxpayer's medical insurance premiums, the amount paid by the employer is not included in the employee's gross income. So if a taxpayer is self-employed, insurance premiums paid for a medical coverage, including spouse and dependent, are deductible as a business expense for adjusted gross income. So which medical expenses are not deductible? Over-the-counter medications unless prescribed by a doctor, health club or gym memberships, cosmetic procedure unless medically necessary, non-prescription vitamins or supplements, elective surgeries or treatments, or example, the plastic surgery, funeral or burial expenses, non-prescription weight loss programs or products, illegal medical treatments or drugs, health-related expenses reimbursed by insurance or other sources, medical expenses paid using pre-tax contributions through a health savings account or flexible spending account. So, gumawa po ako ng computation po. Actually, nakalimutan ko tong times, total medical miles driven times IRS medical mileage rate, which is the 21%. So, equals the medical mileage deduction. And then this one is qualified medical expenses, less reimbursement, less 7.5% of adjusted gross income is deductible medical expenses. So this one po, nakuha ko po ito siya sa perplexity po. So i-input ko po siya sa, sa ProConnect Tax software. So let me share my ProConnect software. This one. So first po, let's find the deductions and where is it? Click itemize deductions or Schedule A. And then click medical. Next, let's delete first. So yung first scenario ko po is Richard is preparing his annual tax return. He and his family experience substantial medical expenses during the year, and he wants to maximize their allowable deductions. Richard keeps careful records of all medical costs, including prescriptions, doctor visits, insurance premiums, and travel for medical care. Wait a second. Paano ba ito? So ito po yung doctor and special visit. So let's input in here the doctor, dentist, and nurse, which is 9,000. This one, prescription,
Next Sunday na lang.
575. Physical therapy, other medical, this one.
Next Sunday.
Physical.
Ay, pwede ra. Sorry. I'm not on mute.
For 400. Next is, how much is this? 200 eyeglasses, 200. Next. Dental, fork. 850. Qualified health insurance. So this one is deductible here. 2,400. So the medical mileage, 200 miles. And then the parking, other. Which is $38. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's check the return. So here, form. So makikita siya sa Schedule A. And here po, medical and dental expenses. Nakikita niyo po ba? Wait lang, let's.
Yes, we can see it.
So yung deductible medical expenses is 8,342. So wait. Let's say po na 900 lang po yung doctor, 900 or 1,000. So let's check the return. Here. Wait lang. As you can see po, zero po yung medical expenses niya. Kasi po, less than po yung medical expenses niya sa 7.5% AGI po. So dapat mag-i-exceed siya ng 8,000 yung qualified medical expenses niya para ma-deduct siya para maging wait lang. Para maging deductible siya as medical expenses po. Next po yung reset. Lakihan muna. Wait lang. Next scenario po is Richard and his spouse are filing jointly. They have a child diagnosed with mobility impairment and incurred the following unreimbursed medical expenses this year for child's care. So ito po yung expenses niya. So ito po yung home modification. So delete ko po muna. Actually, wait a second. So yung home modification niya is 10,000. Other. $10,000. Shit. Special school. Tuition fee. 7,000. Meron pa. Batera 3. 5,000. Doctor visits here po, the doctor and nurses. Consultation, 3,500. Transportation po. So pag ang tax filer po, if may given na siya na oil and gas, hindi niyo po siya i-enter sa medical mileage po kasi nagdo-double po siya. So, 9,523. So, yung 9,523 miles po times 0.21, so yung answer niya po is $2,000. Yes. Parking, ano ba to? Wait. Which is 100 and parking fees. Which is 100. So may nakalagay po dito, insurance reimburse of therapy cost. So binayaran siya ng insurance ng 2,000. So dito natin ilagay sa reimburse 2,000. Let's check po. Check the return. Schedule A. So this one po. Yung deductible expenses niya is 7,358. 358. Okay na po, sir. So 25,700. Yun yung qualified medical expenses niya. Actually, yung total niya is 27,700 less the 2,000 reimbursed po. So yung ano niya, qualified medical expenses is 25,700 less the 7.5% of 111,223, which is 8,342. So then the qualified expenses niya 17,358. That's it po. Thank you. Wait lang. Shoot.
Hey, galing. Any questions?
Yeah, I'm still here, but I'm going in a few minutes. Minerva, you did a fantastic job there, highlighting or providing us with two scenarios, wherein the first one, as we can see, or as we saw earlier, there was no deduction taken as itemized. And then the second one, this is where you show the 70,358 that was calculated as the excess of 25,700 less the 8,342. This goes through your itemized deduction. And then I see here you also input the taxes paid, which will be covered by someone else. And by the way, so your total deduction there, itemized, I think is more than the standard. So if you go down, scroll down, no,
Yes po.
scroll down on that Schedule A. So your total itemized deduction now is 31,754. And if you go to your 1040, go to the 1040 form there. And then this taxpayer,
This
hold
one.
on, just scroll a little bit up. I just want to see the filing status. So this tax or these taxpayers are filing jointly, right? Scroll up. Yeah, they're married filing jointly. So their standard deduction is about 2,500, if I'm not mistaken. That's for 2024. So 2,500 is less than 31,000, right? So if you scroll down, if you scroll a little bit down, yeah, I see their line number 12, standard deduction or itemized deduction from Schedule A. So now the deduction is a total of 31,754. That's what the system is allowing for these taxpayers to deduct from their AGI, because this is more, the total is more than the standard deduction, right? However, if walang nilagay si Minerves doon sa kanyang Schedule A na taxes paid and all other deductions, kung 17,000 lang yung deduction for medical, the system or the software will prompt for the taxpayer to take the standard deduction instead kasi yun yung higher. So again, whenever you come across the line number 12, you have to think whichever is higher, okay? So whichever is higher, kung ano yung mas mataas between the standard deduction and then the itemized deduction. In our past presentation, we've only covered standard deductions, right? We never covered itemized deductions. So laging nakikita niyo sa line 12 is always dependent on the filing status ng taxpayer. And it was always the case. But now that we're going through Schedule A, you will see different numbers on line number 12, right? So yeah, and now you can also see that may additional attachment na yung return natin. If you go to the left side of the screen, you see there below 1040, you have Schedule 1, Schedule 2, and now you have Schedule A, right? Schedule A will be attached to the form whenever the taxpayer has been allowed to take the itemized deduction instead of the standard deduction, right? So now you get to familiarize yourself what a Schedule A is. In our prior sessions, wala namang Schedule A. Again, because we have always been taking the standard deduction, right? So now again, you now know what a Schedule A is. A Schedule A is basically, if you go click Schedule A again, Minerves, right? So you have there all the itemized deduction, medical, taxes, interest, and if you go further down, Minerves, you see their charity giving, casualty losses, and other itemized deductions. So these will also be covered by the other presenters. What Minerve has only presented to us today is just the medical and dental expenses, okay, which she did a fantastic job of putting together a presentation that detailed what are allowed as medical and dental deductions. And again, the computation as to what amount is allowed, what the threshold is. Okay. So in actual practice, if the taxpayer would tell you, I have a bunch of medical expenses this year, will I be allowed to deduct those expenses? You don't categorically say yes, right? So what I would normally say is that well, we can take a look. All right, we can take a look because it depends on your income level this year, right? But yeah, generally we can deduct medical expenses, but there are conditions, and that would again depend on your income level, right? So you don't say yes right away, right? Because again, you know the limitation. That is 7.5% of their in AGI, and also it depends, right? Like if they're married filing jointly, and you know already that their standard deduction is about 2,400, maybe even more than that, and their medical expenses, it's highly unlikely that they would incur a medical expense in a given year no more than 2,400. You know what I'm saying? So you may ask, like, how much are you looking at in terms of medical expenses this year? But pag sinabi niyang 100,000, then it would likely be a deduction, right? It would likely be a deduction. Pero pag sinabi niyang, let's say, nasa 10,000 lang this year, and then alam mo na married filing jointly sila. So kung 10,000 yan, malamang sa malamang magsa-standard deduction yan, di ba? Kasi 10,000 lang yung medical expenses niya. But you have to also consider that there are other itemized deduction. Again, there's taxes, there's interest, there's charity giving, and they could, combine with the 10,000 medical expense, they could potentially make use of the itemized deduction, right? But then again, bottom line there is that when you're asked by a taxpayer if they can deduct their medical expenses on a tax year, be very careful in answering yes, right? You would always want to say, we'll have a look at that once we prepare your return, because it may depend on your income level. Just be very cautious, because the taxpayer may go back to you and say, hey, you said that I can deduct this, and why am I not seeing this in the return, right? So you have to put disclaimer in your answer. Okay, so that's just one tip before I go. But again, Minerva's good job. Let's give Minerva a big round of applause. And I don't know where to go from here. I'll leave the session to Zara or Kelly to continue. And I know there may be some questions, but you can go and do an open table of discussion. Use Perplexity to answer your questions, guys, because I can't. As much as I would want to, I have to go. All right. So Minerva, again, thank you very much. And for the rest, you can stay, and Zara can take over, or Kelly, or
Thank you
whoever,
din
maybe.
po.
Yes,
This
sir.
is where your Bayanihan spirit will have to come into use. Okay. Thank you, guys. Great session today so far. I have to go. See you tomorrow.
Chris.
Yes, sir.
Great day.
Yun. Thank you so much for the presentation, Ms. Minerva. Honestly, yung presentation ni Ms. Minerva parang pinaghandaan talaga kasi ako lang may medyo nakakarinig sa mga papel na parang notes ni Ms. Minerva. So, pinaghandaan talaga, ayun. So, yung gabi na sa habilin. Sabi, habilin ni Sir Chris, if makakapag-present pa, ayun, Bisaya kasi kapag makakapag-present pa daw si Miss Nerissa, pwede rin naman. Hello, Miss Nerissa, are you able to present pa or do you
Hello
think
po.
you'll need some more time?
Hello po.
Ayun.
Naririnig po.
Opo, perfectly.
Kasi konti lang naman yun sa taxes. Parang na-cover na nga ni Miss Minerves.
Oh
Discuss ko.
no. I mean, pwede pa rin naman. Push. The
Yes po.
floor is yours.
Short lang naman po siya.
Go, Miss Nerissa.
Thank you po. Saglit lang. So, hello po. My name is Nerissa. Nakikita po yung screen?
Yes po.
You
Yes
are
po.
Okay po.
Malinaw po.
So, bali, I'm from Lucena City po and currently nandito po ako ngayon sa Baguio and medyo malamig din. So, wala pa rin po akong experience sa VA. So, ngayon pa lang din. And marami po akong natututunan dito sa US tax prep. Then, ang i-discuss ko po is one of the itemized deductions, which is taxes. Meron lang po mga iba na medyo hindi ako masyado maintindihan, pero guide yun na lang din po ako. So, bali, what is taxes? It refer to the mandatory financial contributions imposed by government authorities in the United States on individuals, corporations, and other entities to fund public services and government operations. The IRS collects federal income taxes in the US, and there are many forms of taxes, and most are applied as a percentage of a monetary exchange. So a taxpayer who itemizes deduction is permitted to deduct the full amount of certain taxes that are paid and incurred during the taxable year. So ang limit po ng state and local tax is 10,000. It's originally enacted by the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017. It restricts how much taxpayer can deduct for certain state and local taxes on their federal income tax return. But then, meron pong update ang IRS for 2025 to 2029. So, the state the self-deduction cap in 2025 was temporarily increased po to 40,000 for MFJ with modified adjusted gross income under 500,000. So, bali, eto po, na-check ko lang sa Perplexity. And this reform is temporary for 2025 to 2029, with the deduction limits reverting to the original lower caps in 2013. So, yun po. And then next po is what are the types of state and local taxes? So first po yung real property. State and local real property taxes are deductible by the person upon whom they are imposed. Example, the owner in the year in which they are paid. Then there is a guideline for here. If a real property is bought or sold during the year, the real property tax is apportioned between the buyer and the seller on the basis of the number of days each one held the property during the real property tax year. The purchaser is presumed to own the property on the date of sale. Then any taxes paid by an owner, example the purchaser, for a period in which someone else owned, example the property, are not deductible but are added to the basis of the property. So to illustrate po, later po may separate other parang filing. Then, pero for this illustration lang, Jane and John married filing jointly, purchased residential property on May 1, 2025. The annual real The annual real property tax for the property amount to 12,000 for the calendar year 2025. Sorry, mali yata yung year ko. Anyway, the seller owned the property until April 30, 2025. Jane and John also paid 8,000 in combined state income and personal property taxes during the year. So ito po yung application ng state and local tax. So sa apportionment, si seller, ang share na is 120 days divided by 365 days times the 12,000, which is the full amount. So, share po ni seller is 3,945.21. Then, si buyer share, sa kanyang 245 days divided by 365 days, multiplied with the 12,000 and $8,054.79. Then next po about real property. Taxes paid to a financial institution and held in escrow are deductible when the financial institution pays the funds over to the taxing body. Then service charges for police and fire protection may be deductible if the funds are paid into a general revenue fund. And the special assessments for local improvements increase the basis of the property and are not deductible. Then foreign real property taxes paid do not qualify for deduction. Then next was real property is the ad valorem and personal property. State and local ad valorem and personal property taxes are deductible only if the tax is actually imposed on an annual basis and substantially in proportion to the value of the property. Then next is the income taxes. State and local income taxes are deductible. Then foreign income taxes paid are deductible unless the foreign tax credit is claimed. Then individual taxpayers may claim an itemized deduction for general state and local sales taxes in lieu of state income tax. This is the taxpayer can deduct either actual sales tax amount or a predetermined amount from an IRS table. Then there are also non-deductible taxes. The following taxes are not deductible. First, the federal taxes on income, estates, gifts, inheritances, legacies, and successions. A deduction may be available on the estate tax return for income taxes paid on account of a decedent. Next is the state taxes on cigarette, tobacco, alcoholic beverages, gasoline, licensing, registration, estates, gifts, inheritances, legacies, and successions. Then licensing registration fees of highway motor vehicles if based on the weight instead of the value of the vehicle. So if based on value, can be deductible. Sales tax on business property, it is added, example, capitalized to the basis of the acquired property. Ay, hello po. Nawala ba yung screen ko?
Ay, nandyan pa rin po.
Nandiyan pa rin,
Nandiyan po
sorry.
nawawala lang yung voice po.
Hello po. Hindi ko siya
Nakikita po yung screen.
Bali, eto po yung sample sa ProConnect. Actually, pinagsama-sama ko na po yung i-enter sa ProConnect dun sa mga taxes. Pero, like netong real estate tax. Etong sample po is si Sarah, single siya, sold her house on June 30, 2024. So January 1 to December 31, she paid 12,000, paid to the county before sale. So $12,000 full year paid in advance. Then closing date is June 30, 2024. So taxes paid at closing, buyer reimbursed at $6,000. So yung computation niya since 2024 leap year, so 183 days sila divided by 366 days. So 6,000. So dito po nakikita po yung ProConnect.
Yes.
Yes po.
I'm sorry. Hmm. So dito siya sa itemized deductions. Then sa taxes na siya. Ganito muna ito.
Ming Ming.
Hello po. So bali
Meow.
yung hello po. Yung i-enter
Ayaw
po
po, sorry.
sa ProConnect po, yung 6,000, then yun yung apportion computation, and then sa taxing authority, yung escrow, $2,500. Bali, ito yung mga binayaran po ni Sarah, $2,500. And then, service charges for police, deductible as real estate tax, so $300. So, total niya for this portion, real estate, $8,800. And then, ito pang personal property dun sa car. So, dito naman siya. And then, meron siyang yung pong isang foreign income tax paid, yung 1,800 dito po. Tama po ba? Sorry. Actually, ito pong sales tax, hindi ko po makuha kung saan siya i-encode. And then, the personal tax, ito na pala siya, 400. And then, yung pong assessment, special assessment for new sidewalk, as capitalized to basis. Okay. Schedule. So under income, this one. So cost of pieces po siya, 1,200. Kapag po chinek, since yung total niya is um, less than dun sa standard deduction, ay yung itemized deduction, hindi po siya nag-a-appear. So, yun na po. And um, hindi ko po talaga makuha yung sales tax. Hi, Ma'am Sarah. Hello po.
Yes po, sorry. Akala ko naka-unmute ako. Thank you so much for that, Miss Nereza. If Kelly is here, kasi ako nakafocus talaga ako sa, sa social media na part. But if Kelly's here and other can chip in. But I think it was a good presentation overall.
Yung sales tax lang po talaga yung hindi ko makuha kung saan siya i-enter. General of the use IRS table.
Ano, ma'am, try natin maghanap sa
Hello.
complexity. Ay, sino po yan? Si Ma'am Eleanor. Marunong pala ata si
Ah,
Ma'am Eleanor. Yeah.
ano lang po, sa pagkaintindi ko po kasi, yung sales
Mm-mm.
tax, pwede siya kung, depende po kasi yun siya, di ba meron tayong income tax, state and local income tax. Kung pipiliin niyo
Mm-mm.
po yun siya, pali i-disregard po yung sales tax. Pag sales tax po yung pinili mo, i-disregard niyo po yung income tax. Yun po yung pagkaintindi ko po. Yung sa form, di ba? Meron sa form.
Mm-mm.
May
Kasi yung
state or local income tax or parang may or kasi siya doon sa form, sa Schedule A,
mm-mm.
sa deductions po.
Dito po sa
Opo, sa deductions.
taxes pa
Tapos,
rin.
yung sa yung itemized deduction po, yung forms, yan.
Mm-mm. Dito po ba yung sa sales and use taxes?
Saan ba yun? Sorry po, sa check return po nga. Sa check,
Sige po.
ayan, check return, tapos yung Schedule A po.
Ay, sige. I-ano ko lang muna.
Return po, opo. Tapos,
I-
yung Schedule A sa check return.
i- I-ano ko lang po yung itemize.
Yung Schedule A po. Yan siya. Sa 5A po. Diba, ano po yan siya? My or. Di ba? Yan po. State or
So,
local income tax
okay.
or oo. So, parang pipili po kayo sa dalawa kung ano po yung gagamitin.
So, since nag-enter naman na po sa ah state income tax withheld. So, kahit hindi na enter yung sales tax.
Opo, parang ganon. Pag pinili po yung income tax, disregard na po yung sales tax.
State income tax. Okay. So, kahit hindi na po siya kasali. So, bali, ito
Parang
po
hindi
yung...
kasi pwede dalawa po yung pwede
Mm.
yung dalawa yung parang
Pipiliin.
i-rip parang i-deduct.
Mm-mm. So, bali, ito na po yung mga na-enter na mga taxes. So, ang total niya is, initially, inad muna yung 11,600 total. Then, yung limit is 10,000. And then, yung foreign income taxes, inad siya sa last. So, 11,800 po. So, more than pa rin po yung standard deduction. So, yun na po lahat. Thank you po.
Ayan. Let's give Miss Nerissa a round of applause, guys.
Eksakto po, 9:30. Pag 9:30 na.
Baka may tanong ang iba. Or wala na.
Actually, maikli lang naman po yung sa taxes and parang naipakita na rin dun sa initial explanation dun sa Schedule A ni Miss Minerves. So,
Oo,
kasi kapag
parang medyo na-cover na din most
na-cover
of
na
it.
po. Oo. So, dito kasi sa scenario po na to is more than pa rin yung standard deduction. So, mas option pa rin na standard deduction. Unless same nung kay Miss Minerve, meron siyang medical, so mas higher na yung sa standard deduction. So, itemized deduction na yung ifa-follow na i-deduct. Thank you po.
Meet our free U.S. tax preparation course brought to you by the Borderless Accountant. We are inviting you to join our community. Live training, reputable tax firms as resource speakers, recorded, replayable at higit sa lahat, libre. To join, like and follow our official Facebook page, join our Facebook group for important updates, and fill out our Google form to be included in our mailing list. See you there!